It sounds weird. Because you know what? It sounds too close to Rocky Mountain Oysters.
No. Well, Rocky Mountain. Well, yeah, those are a thing, but I don't want to be associated with oysters. I do not eat them.
Well, then you can't say Rocky Mountain J.
Dude, nah, come on, man.
First of all, you don't know what Rocky Mountain Oysters are.
Yeah, I don't. Now that I think about it,
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
exactly.
The merit scientist.
Live on Twitch every Saturday at 6-ish p.m.
Fucking Uber today, man.
Jared apparently had the slowest Uber driver in the tri-state area.
Well, tri-state.
I don't know. I just think it sounds cool.
And it fucking sounds dumb because it sounds New Yorkish.
Does it?
Yeah, because they have, what is it, Pennsylvania, New York, and Jersey? Aren't they all isn't that the tri-state area?
You know what's crazy? I actually do not know.
Yeah,
off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Huh. All right. Well, I just thought it sounded fancy. But you had a slow Uber driver.
First of all, D.C. is not a state.
This is true. This is true. It is a district of Columbia.
Whatever that means.
So Jared has a slow Uber driver.
What up, Epic?
And he was like, don't worry, I'll be there soon. And then, obviously time passes and he's here and he was like, oh my God. Then the guy wanted to ask him about where he lived. And Jared did not want to reciprocate.
No, I answered his question. I just said yes. Like he was like, is this all considered this area? I'm like, yeah, bro. That's the address says that on it. Like, what do you mean?
He just wanted to be your friend. Maybe he has no friends. Maybe you're his only friend.
No, well, I'm not. See, there it is. Actually, no, I was wrong. It is New York. What is that? New York, New Jersey, and is that Connecticut? Yeah, Connecticut. That's the tri-state area.
My God. Well, we learn something new every day here.
Yeah, always because RJ says crazy shit, and we have to fucking prove him wrong.
Well, I didn't say I was right about it.
No, I didn't say, but we got to make sure that
what I'm saying is an act factual.
Yeah, your little false information you be putting out there.
Yeah, just all over the internet, just spewing false information.
Falsities.
It's okay. So I know something very, very cool happened this week. What I wanted to ask you about, what I have yet to participate in, is that I know
you're slow.
I'm not slow. Oh. I take my time. There's a difference. Okay. All right.
You miss opportunities when they arise.
Nah, never that. So you were able to play the Modern Warfare 2 campaign.
Up to a week early. Just like the commercial says.
Yes, just like the commercial says.
The campaign part. I already did the beta for the multiplayer was last month, right? Yeah, last month.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah, the campaign can't come for people who pre-ordered. The campaign came out a week early. Actually, it was more than a week. It was like a day and a week.
Yeah, it did come, like maybe 9-10 days or something like that.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. It comes out on the 28th. No, it came out Thursday. And the game comes out on the 28th. So,
okay, which is this upcoming Friday, folks.
A little extra day, basically. That's why I want to get through it before we did the show today, and I wanted to do it before 12. I didn't finish the game before 12, but basically I played it a day early, just to sound cool or whatever. I fuck with it. I've actually already played the campaign twice.
You've already played through it twice.
Yes.
So
and it's not short. It's like a good. You're probably looking at a good 8 to 9 hours of play.
Oh, sweet. That's always good. Definitely want to get your money's worth, multiplayer aside, but nothing like a good, strong, solid campaign. I like that. So 8 to 9 hours sounds feasible. Sounds like I'll be done with it in 2 days, but that's all right. But you liked it.
It kind of sucks you in. Like it's going to be hard to pull yourself off of it.
Well, that's why in a couple weeks I've requested a few days off of work. That way I can just be a belligerent and hide.
Okay.
Yeah. And just
all that means is you're going to be off of the the October sober October, and then you're just gonna fucking binge your fucking life away.
No, I'm not. Yeah. That is not what I'm going to do,
That's what
sir.
It sounds like
it's not. I just want some personal time for myself. Okay. That's all I need. Some personal time. Will it be sitting at a countertop?
Yeah, that's not personal time.
It's personal time for me, sir.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, but that's not what my intention is.
That's not even the point of sober October. The point is to fucking prove that we can do it and possibly actually be sober.
Yes.
Because I see you spiraling already.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not spiraling.
The month's not even over, and you're about to spiral.
I'm not. No, dude. I will say yesterday, before we started the show, work was a little hectic last night. Okay, I was on the phone with a disgruntled customer for about 30 minutes.
Well, welcome to customer service.
Oh no, you don't have to tell me that. I'm all aware. But by the time this phone conversation was over, and unfortunately, the person that I wasn't even arguing with her. It was an elderly lady. She was probably in her mid-70s, if I had to guess. Mm-hmm. Okay, and long story short, by the time I got off the phone, I was just so bewildered and just flabbergasted, whatever word you want to use. I was just like, that sucked. I want a beer. Like, I legit said to myself, I really want a beer. And it took me maybe a good 15 minutes or so. I was like, no, I don't need it. You know, it's not a big deal. Go on with your day. Went about my night, came home, did my thing, and, now we're here.
Sounds like self-medication. Self-medication to me.
It's not.
Instead of self-meditation.
Well, I meditate too, sir.
Well, I'm saying.
Well, that's what, maybe that's what stopped me. Well, I wasn't going to go do it anyway, but the urge to have a drink was probably the strongest it's been all month for me.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I think it was maybe, actually, no, I think it was right before we started. I was like, because I looked at the shit that's sitting right next to me, and I'm like, I kind of want a shot right now, but I'm like, I'm not going to do it, can't do it.
Nope. We are past the halfway point. We are,
early.
No, man, we have 9 days left in the month.
What the fuck kind of calendar have you been looking at?
Today's the 22nd, and there's 31 days in October.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 10. All right.
I was going to say, because I had just looked at it earlier this week, and it was like Tuesday, and I was like, man, we got fucking 14. I literally counted. I'm like, fucking 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. I thought it was down to like 13 days. I thought it was under 2 weeks, and it wasn't.
So put it this way. This time next week, we're in the final stretch. We're almost there, buddy. We're doing a good job, and I want you to keep it up.
Doesn't mean that I'm going to start drinking again.
No, I didn't say I was going to start.
I went to the Tortuga Verde the other day.
Okay.
Just to go out, because I'm in the house all day, and I just need to be out amongst folks. Was that Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't remember what day it was now. So I went out, and the end of the night started to come, and the alcohol, you could tell, had been poured.
Yeah.
Because people started acting the way they act when the end of the night comes. It's like,
yeah.
I think it's just people are just mad that they have to go home at the end of the night. That's when they start fucking yelling at each other and fighting and shit.
Is this the normal kind of behavior we expect from Tortuga Verde?
I mean, you're asking it like you're surprised.
No, I'm not. That's...
Or like, I don't know how you asked it.
I don't know how I asked it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what it is.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. That part, I do not miss whatsoever.
Yeah, even when I left, I was like, thank you, everyone. It was good to see you. And thanks for reminding me why I stopped drinking. Yeah. And then I just walked out.
Yeah, and then everybody's just rolling around on the hardwood floor. Did they fix the floor in there yet? I heard it was going to be soon.
I don't know. They said they were going to close for a couple of days, and I don't know what's happening.
They're going to lose all their business in that day that they're closed.
No, they're not.
I'm just joking.
Now they're open late again. So,
well, again, but
then the people who were complaining about it are still fucking leaving and going to the other spot
because it's like muscle memory for them now. It's not
that much muscle memory.
Well, I'm just saying I wouldn't compare it to muscle memory. I'm just in the same sense of like, they're just kind of used to it. You know,
something wrong with them.
There's something wrong with everybody.
I know. I refuse.
I mean, I haven't been there. Like, you know.
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
It's okay. It's all right. So back to the campaign. Mm-hmm. So you played the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. You played through it twice. anything in particular stand out to you? Like, in terms of the campaign, the graphics, maybe the weapons, any mission in particular, without, minimal spoilers if you can.
Nah, not really. I mean, it looks the same as the beta as far as the weapons and everything. I mean, it's smooth. I mean, I don't know what you're. The only thing I did notice, and I think a lot of people were kind of wondering this, like why they called it Modern Warfare 2. And I just figured that out recently.
Okay.
It's not that it was a remake of the first Modern Warfare 2. Apparently, the 2019 Modern Warfare was a reboot of the entire franchise.
Yeah.
You say it like you fucking knew that.
Yeah, of course. Dude, I'm a diehard Call of Duty fan.
So then why you think so let me ask you something. So everybody who was thinking it was a remastered or a fucking basically a rehash of Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
They know that it was a reboot from the beginning?
I mean, that depends on when that information came out. I mean, put it this way, they re-released the Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2 campaign last year. So the hopes of them of redoing a multiplayer, I think, would have been done then. So when they announced this one, I knew it was a follow-up to the
I'm not talking about a multiplayer. I'm just talking about the story in general.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew it'd be completely different.
You knew 2019 was going to be completely different. You knew that this one that just came out was going to be completely different.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
I don't believe you.
No, I do.
Because a lot of people thought it was going to be the same thing.
No, they re-released that campaign last year. I've played it and I have all the achievements for it.
I understand they re-released it, but now this is a different engine and all that shit. Anyway, you're not the only fucking. I should say I'm not the only one that thought it was supposed to be from the beginning until I found out later that it was supposed to be. Basically a new story.
Yeah,
that's why all the other people came back. Like,
so a lot of people thought it was a remake of the original.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just knew it was a follow up to the 2019.
Sure you did.
I did, dude. I'm a COD guy. I'm a COD.
So then, if they should have just come up with new characters then.
Well, that's true. But at the same time, we've had so many other iterations of COD with different characters. I think Captain Price and Soap and all that.
Yeah, but the Infinity Ward one, those are the only ones that are worth anything.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But again, I think that's why they kind of stick with what works. Because I love Captain Price and Soap and all those guys.
What was Black Ops was that was Activision.
Treyarch.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean the Black Ops series in terms of.
I mean, I guess, but Black Ops 2 was supposed to be like the good one that everybody loved or whatever.
Out of the 4, because there are 4, I would say 2 is probably the most beloved out of the 4.
Yeah.
Three's good. It's definitely different.
You lost me at 2.
No, I'm just saying.
I to be honest, because I guess because I was around like the Call of Duty when it was like the not Civil War.
World War II.
Yeah. So I've been around since that time. So like when they started coming out with all these other franchises, I was like, I'm good. Because I didn't like that. What fucked it up for me with Black Ops was the zombie shit.
Yeah, so I'll be upfront. When it was initially released, I was very anti-zombie. Like
a lot of people were, because everything was zombie everything at that time. Like that's when Walking Dead and all that shit came out, and everything was fucking zombie this, zombie that. And like
there was a craze for it for a while.
And look at today. You ain't even talking about zombies. The fucking longest running zombie show on TV history is about to leave, and nobody gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah, no, I stopped watching that a long time ago.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, so
it's the same shit over and over again.
So I was very anti-zombie because at the time when the original, the original Zombies was actually in World at War. I wasn't so much against it then, but when it came out with Black Ops, and that's when the craze really started.
Yeah, that's
I was so against it because I thought people that played it weren't good at multi. I thought it was for scrubs. That's really what.
Again, and that's what. And not to knock anybody and their level of gameplay or whatever, but that's what happened. It brought in a bunch of people who normally wouldn't even play that type of game. It brought in a lot of females. I'm not. That is what brought them into the franchise. To be honest, I think not that franchise, but the Call of Duty world,
the realm of COD.
Just because they were like, I can play zombies, and basically I could just run around and shoot wherever the fuck. But then some of them they started getting good, and so you're not. Also, another thing I found out this week, you said it a few weeks ago. You're talking about you called them e-girls.
Yeah,
that shit is derogatory.
Really?
Yes.
I really,
Yeah, like real legit gamers
yeah,
don't like being called that shit
I just hear it thrown around
because it's like a
Is it like a slutty gamer girl?
kind of. Yeah,
okay.
that's exactly what it is.
Okay. I
don't want to say slutty, like
all right. Well,
like bathtubs and fucking bikinis.
Okay.
That type of shit.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So my.
Well, no, I didn't know until recently. But when you said it though, it felt kind of like it would lessen them but because I watched some female streamers. I keep saying female, lady streamers, whatever you want to call them. And they take their shit legit. So like when I heard someone say that, basically what happened, I was watching somebody's thing and they were talking to somebody else and they were like, you know what someone in my head said? When they say, if they're role playing, they say in my head, they like chat or they're on their computer or whatever. Someone in my head said that, like something about e-girls, and she was like, I immediately cringed. So it was like, I was like, oh, okay, so it is kind of like, I'm trying to think of an equivalent to.
It's like someone calling somebody. Well, no, it's not. Noob is not a
like
good example.
calling a Hooters girl a stripper.
Okay.
If
All
that-
right.
yeah.
No. Okay, that's not a bad analogy. All right, I get it. All right. So, all right, I learned something. I didn't. So when it comes to like, obviously the older gaming slang, I know. I think like the worst
chauvinist.
That the worst thing you can call somebody was like a scrub, a BK, a bad key, a try hard. I know sweat is there wasn't
Sweat's the new joint.
Yeah, but
And I wouldn't even say new, but
no, it's not new. It's been around for a while now.
you sweaty bitch.
But in terms of like gaming vocabulary words, I don't think there's something off the top of my head that I can think of that I really would use as a diehard insult. So I didn't realize that was a thing.
I mean, your brain doesn't really work like that at the same time, like because you're not playing to be hateful towards some or commenting to be hateful towards somebody else.
No,
but there are people who are like that.
Man, I was playing. It's crazy in this day and age. A lot of people aren't in the open mic lobbies. A lot of people are in party chat or whatever. It's very rare that at times when I'm playing by myself, I'll get into a lobby and my entire team has microphones. Okay, and I was playing Apex maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was, solo queuing. I was playing by myself, and
It's almost impossible to play a team game like that without everybody having a mic.
yeah, well, that's why in Apex Defense, and I agree, they have the ping system, which is revolutionary. And I know it sounds so simple, but it works just very well. Because I've won games without guys having mics, either of my teammates, just watching what they do, where they ping, all that stuff. But this guy on my team, so our teammate gets killed. He's fighting somebody, so I'm rushing to help him, right? So I put a couple bullets into the other guy. They back off. So I go to heal my teammate. And as I'm healing him, he's like, what are you doing, you dumb motherfucker? He's like, he one shot. So I'm like, all right. So I stop healing the guy. I go over there, and I fucking, I start having a gun battle with this guy. He's healed since then. And he was like, oh, you're going to get fucking killed. And I killed this other guy, and I had probably had like 10 health left, okay? I barely killed him. And this guy was like, bruh, and I was like, I'm not fucking picking you up, dude, because he just kept talking shit to me. So I said, you might as well fucking quit. And he quit because I wasn't going to res his ass.
Yeah, he raged
yeah.
quit.
And it was just so funny. It's been so long since I've had an interaction like that with another gamer to where it's like, no, fuck you, dude. You're on my team. I'm not helping you. You were just talking shit to me. Fuck off. And I didn't res that guy. And I played the whole game. I got third place. I knew I wasn't going to win, but I just played as far as I can get into it because my other teammate quit too because we couldn't revive him after a certain point. But yeah, I miss that sometimes, but those lobbies when I was a little younger,
I don't miss that shit.
Oh, dude, people would just be in the mic like, just making all sorts of noises.
It's pointless.
Oh my God. But some people, they're funny as shit. They'll just yell some random shit, something very inappropriate.
Well, no, you can still do that in like COD, but you have to pick it like in between the mission. Like when it's just over, especially if you won, it's like, yeah, you guys fucking dog shit.
Yeah, no, I want a full lobby with the opposite team. Just I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Yeah, but then it cuts off. It'll go and then it'll cut off.
So, but I got a big kick out of that because you don't really I don't really get to experience that much anymore. So I had a lot of fun with that. And something that I want to talk about, two things gaming wise. Yesterday, 2K Software put out new Tales from the Borderlands.
I saw you playing that shit. I don't know what that is.
So, for anybody familiar with the Borderlands franchise, it takes place with vault hunters and various, vaults and trying treasure, looting, shooting, all sorts of, off-color humor, all sorts of stuff. A really fun franchise. So, New Tales from the Borderlands is the second installment in the Tales of the from the Borderlands franchise, or series, I should say. And I started playing it last night. I beat it earlier this afternoon because they're not very long games. They're very story-based interactive games. Anybody who was watching my stream last night saw that. But I had a good time with it. It actually warrants 2 or more playthroughs because it has different endings. So just the characters, the story, the humor. There is one scenario where there's a guard. You guys are trying to sneak past him, and they throw this little Easter egg in there where your character puts a cardboard box on. Excuse me. And yeah.
That's from sucking too much. Yeah.
So,
this guy doesn't catch hints. You don't catch hints sometimes, I swear.
So, you put the cardboard.
Borderlands 2, best game ever.
Yeah.
Never played it.
Borderlands 2 is awesome. So
I'm telling you what the chat said.
I know who that is too.
Okay, go.
So you put the box over your head and you start going across the platform, and the guy's like, "Oh, this is a weird guy in a box," and it was a throwback to Metal Gear Solid.
As soon as you said box over your head, I knew.
Yeah, no, but I got a big kick out of that because they're just kind of paying homage to the. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad. I forgot we had that. Oh, that made that so much better.
Of course, you forget everything.
Nah, I don't forget everything. Most things. There's a difference. But there's a couple little Easter eggs scattered throughout the game from various sci-fi, shows or movies and stuff or games that are kind of prevalent throughout. So I thought it was really cool, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then the second thing is Overwatch 2. I'm having a blast with that game. That game's a lot of fun.
A couple of the streamers that I've watched, they've been playing it a lot. A lot of them are probably going to switch over to. Well, they've been doing for content too. They've been playing scary games for October and shit too. I'm good on the scary game shit.
Well, I know that Overwatch 2, starting early this upcoming week, they are going to have their Halloween event. Most multiplayer games do something seasonal year round, and they have, I believe it's called Junkenstein's Revenge. It's like a
what you
game mode.
You should do one of those days you have off. You should do a 24-hour stream.
Well, I'm gonna have to sleep for 2 days before I do that.
Yeah. I mean, you get your rest and then you do 24-hour, or start with a 12. Do a 12-hour. I don't know. Follower-a-thon, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Just like we're gonna go for 12 hours. What's the longest you've ever streamed?
Probably maybe about 4.5. 4.5 or 5.
Man, you're a rookie, son.
Well, I mean, typically. Well, granted, most of the times I do play is late in the evening after work. By the time I start playing, it's roughly 9:30, and I try to be in bed by 1:30 so I can get some rest. So that's a bulk of my gaming time, and Saturday mornings before we do the show, or if I don't have anything going on, that is a big bulk of my time. Now, since football's on Sundays, I pick and choose whatever game's on. I'll watch it after that. So I think one of the biggest reasons I don't stream more often is because I always have something, even if it's minimal, going on, if that makes sense. And granted, the time of day that I normally play.
Okay, that's not what I was asking you, but okay.
Okay.
I was just telling you a way to fucking help get your boost up and then get your hours in as well.
Well, I will say this. I had the magic number of 3 viewers last night while I was playing.
You've had more than 3 before.
Yeah, I know.
4 on there.
But I know. But at the same time, I know 3 is the consistent number that we need to reach. That status. And I was like, oh wait, there it is.
Well, for that, but then you still need the 50 followers in 30 days, and you need what was the other 2 things? 8 hours of streaming within 30 days.
Oh, I'm sure I got that already taken care of.
But it has to be
Oh, 8 hours.
It has to be within a 30-day. All those numbers have to be within a 30-day span.
Okay. Well, I know I got that done. The followers, yeah, and then the other thing. No.
We can go back. What is the last time every living human was on Earth was November 20 or November 2nd, 2000? What do you know anything about that?
No.
If you had your thing up, you would be able to see it.
Well, I know that Epic told me late last night that he had a wild science fact for us that would blow our minds.
But that's what he put in here.
And here, let me do that.
So anyway, so how are we supposed to explain that? It says the last. I'm confused now.
Why is it not letting me? Hold on.
Just address what I just said, though. Don't worry about that. Jesus Christ.
Here we go.
That's what I have to deal with, guys.
It's all good.
Is it?
Well, no, I'm trying. Dude, my chat is being really weird. I was trying to get it up to read the question.
There's not a question. I'm telling you what it says. You said something about he had a fun fact, but this sounds like a fun fact.
Okay, so it is when the last time any human was on Earth.
No, it says the last time every living human was on Earth was November 2nd, 2000. Whatever the fuck that means. Last time every living human being was any day.
Well, no, it maybe has something to do with birth. Maybe it was because it's space.
I don't know.
November 2nd, 2000.
Yes.
Did anything in particular happen on this date? Can we Google that to see if anything like space related occurred? You know, maybe something passed over the sky or something. Jeez Louise, why is this not?
We are looking. Don't say it in the chat. Let us see if we can figure it out.
This is what I'm going to do because this is being weird. So my apologies, folks. Okay, so I think it would have something to do with birth if I had to wrap my brain around that because it's 2022. No. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, is this the Mayan calendar thing? Because it says of the Georgian calendar. Oh, I think this is when the Mayan calendar was supposed to end. Wait, but he said space though, didn't he? The International Space Station has had someone on it ever since. Oh, wait, the last time every living human was on Earth. Oh, got you. Now I understand.
So somebody's in a space station.
No, what he's saying. Okay, so every living human being that was on Earth, but the last time that happened was that day.
See. Okay,
because when
right.
somebody lifted off to go to the space station and stay there, there was living people off of Earth.
I see. Oh, all right.
Now,
Science.
if you want to get super technical,
Let's do it.
there are those who say that you're technically still not off of Earth yet. Like we looked up before, like the I think it's 61 miles above
The atmosphere
sea level is where the line for space is. Well, that line came up because that is where exactly what I can't recall exactly, but it has something to do with the atmosphere, and you're no longer protected by the atmosphere at that point. For it's something, but there's still atmosphere above that. It's just the part that keeps us alive. You're not in it anymore at that point, but you're still technically within Earth's space area.
Are you talking about like obviously that thin line, like?
Well, the thin line is the atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay. So from the atmosphere onwards is still to a point is still
It's still
considered
technically it could be Earth. Still.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought you were saying.
Like the space station is what 240 some miles up. Yeah, and that's pretty fucking far by itself. So,
dude.
But that is an interesting fact that we're not in the planetary species yet, I don't know if it'll happen in our lifetime, but Elon is definitely trying, so it could happen.
Now, what I was going to ask is that the space station, you said, is 274 miles away from Earth, correct?
Above Earth.
Above Earth. Now,
not away, because it goes around.
Okay, so it's still within Earth's orbit for it to, or does it move on its own, or does it just circle?
It's in the orbit.
Yeah, okay, all right. I just wanted to make...
You know how gravity works?
I do, to an extent, yes. But
you remember those things in the mall, where those little wishing wells where you put the penny in and it would go around in a circle?
Yeah, absolutely.
That represents a gravitational, like the mass of a gravitational pull.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like, so that center part, or a black hole even, that center part is where all the mass is. So then as it goes around, it starts to orbit. And the stronger the gravitational pull is, the tighter and tighter it gets, and the closer and closer it gets.
All right.
Until it gets pulled into whatever the object is.
Didn't know the wishing well utilized science.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's pretty cool. Wishing wells are pretty cool, man. I wish there were more of them around still.
Well,
they're just kind of cool.
I think COVID kind of killed that. Like,
COVID killed a lot of things. It's funny you say that.
Oh God, I'm not.
No. We're not going to talk about
COVID.
We're not.
This motherfucker.
I'm telling you, we're not. So it's funny you said that. When I actually was rolling through the credits of the Borderlands game I finished earlier today.
You actually watch fucking video game credits?
Well, I was scrolling through. I mean, I finished.
There's no fucking way you know who any of those people are.
I wasn't watching the credits.
A movie is one thing, but a fucking video game, you have no idea. And that is the fucking nerdiest dude from down the street. You probably will never know who he is.
That's okay. I wasn't physically sitting there watching him. I beat the game, took my headset off, stretched my arms and legs, and the little thank you notes were coming across, and I glanced at it and it said, this game was primarily made during quarantine. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did making it.
First of all, relax, gaming company.
All right.
Everybody was in the house. You just had more time to do your fucking shit. Don't fucking sit here and try to play the fucking, oh my God, this was made during quarantine. Like, bro, you fucking sat behind a computer and fucking created some shit.
It's all good.
Relax.
But the reason I said that is, and then I thought about it, and when I was in the shower too, because I beat it, I was like, "Oh man, I got to shower." I literally
what?
Hold on. No, it does sound kind of crazy. Hold on, you're right.
Hold up.
So
you beat it while you were in the shower?
No, so I beat the video game, and then I took a shower.
Gotcha.
And then I took a shower.
Okay, but did you beat it?
No.
After the video game, before the shower?
No, I didn't beat anything other than the game. Okay, no pud pumping going on around here.
Great Scott!
And
we got it. Hold on, we got that one too.
I hop in the shower. I'm sitting there. I'm just thinking. I'm listening.
This is for Epic, real quick.
It's probably the best one. I'm not gonna lie.
You say that about everyone, but
they're the best.
Yeah.
So I'm standing in the shower and I'm just kind of thinking about what we're gonna talk about this week. Blah blah blah. And then it really hit me. It's like, man, COVID really was like a wild fucking time. Like, legitimately. Just kind of.
I think about it. Actually, I think I thought about it today too. Or maybe it was yesterday. But it came across my mind. I forgot why, but yeah, it was a time. It was 2 years deleted from everyone's life.
That's fucking nuts. And now we're just acting like nothing happened at all.
Because it should have been like that in the first place.
It's so crazy to me. It's
just what happens when you let. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, no, I know what you're gonna say, Jared.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
But yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude. I was just sitting there. I was like, I don't know if maybe it's because I'm sober or it maybe just in my head. But I was like, what a crazy time, dude.
Well, I think about that even before I was sober.
Like all of our lives are different because of it. Like literally everybody's.
I mean, it's kind of going back to normal for the most part.
Yeah, well, that I understand, but I'm just saying, like, maybe the residual effects of it, maybe some of it still lingers on some people.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, his life literally didn't change other than he had to wear a mask for 3 weeks. That was it. But you also in one of those blue states.
Yeah.
No, wait, is it blue state? No, red state.
I don't. It is a blue state, according to him.
Oh, it is a blue state?
Well, barely, apparently. Well, I believe it's primarily red.
Is it like Virginia?
I don't know.
Where like the whole South and West will be.
I mean, he'd be the one to answer it.
I'm telling you, like the whole South and West of Virginia.
Yeah.
Not West Virginia, Western Virginia. And the South was all red. But if you look at a map during an election, but then you go to Northern Virginia and there's like three or four counties that are all blue and just turn the whole fucking state blue.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I believe that's what happened up there is from what I remember him telling me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it's just I don't know. I just thought about it, and I'm glad that we're over it and it's done.
Purple.
And
red and blue make purple.
They do make purple. Purple's a pretty cool color. I would get a purple work shirt, honestly, with like my black slacks.
Yeah, but they don't have purple.
I've actually not
Their
asked.
colors aren't purple.
I know that.
You got to wear what the colors are.
Yeah, and it's like
it's black and white.
Well, it's black, blue, and red, and there is a white, but it's only for like the big bosses.
Well, yeah, but the fucking sign is white. It's black and white.
This is true. This is why I typically wear black.
That was the worst branding I've ever heard.
Dude, I don't know what else to tell you.
At least priority is like they have red and white, and you know that's their colors.
Well, that's
and
why
they wear their colors every day.
Well, that's why they're remodeling the customer lounge. I'm sure you saw that when you were in there.
Yeah, I saw fucking two fucking fake ass plants and a fucking.
Okay, so
and
those plants
and a bedroom dresser.
Dude, first of all, those plants, okay, nobody likes them. Nobody likes them. When they
because they don't match. They don't match the theme that they're going for.
It doesn't belong there. We all 100% agree. So when I guess the renovation crew was coming into my building performing these renovations, and they currently still are, they started doing stuff out in the service lane because obviously we have a lot of space to accommodate towards the end of the lane. And they're putting these fake plants with little sliders in between them and all this other stuff. And they roll them out in the lane. And I'm thinking, oh, they're just moving them out of the way because they're done with it. Like, they're going to push it because it's on wheels. They're going to push it to somewhere in the customer lounge or in the lobby where I feel it would look more appropriate. And you know what they did, Jared? They left them there right in the lane. And we were sitting there. We were like, are those staying there? It was like the talk of the shop for a good hour. And then somebody verified. They were like, yes, they're staying there.
Somebody's going to run them shits over.
Dude, and that's why they moved them against the wall, believe it or not. Since you were last there, they are now against the wall because...
I walked in and you pointed it out to me, and I looked at it and I was like, somebody's going to fucking hit that shit.
Dude, that's one of the first things I said. I was like, I'm waiting for a customer in here, park too close to it, get out, ding their door, and then blame it on us instead of their incompetent driving. Because, we... service a lot of cars every day.
I'm surprised that you guys let them drive their own vehicles inside there and out of there.
There
hasn't been any incidents?
A week before I started working there, legitimately. When I got interviewed for the job, there was a giant hole in the wall at the end of the service lane.
Where I had to drive out?
Where you drove out, so say you're facing that bay door that opened up, that wall to your right, where my shop door is, where I go out into the shop. There's a big hole in it. And I said, what the hell happened here? There was an elderly lady that drove through the lane and apparently couldn't find her brakes and drove through the wall.
Holy shit.
And it almost killed the technician that was on the other side of the bay, on the wall, because there's a bay right there, but there is a metal pipe in the wall for plumbing or obviously something, that stopped the car from completely going through the wall. Somebody could have died from that.
Holy shit.
And then the day I was interviewed, a car in the shop actually caught on fire, and we had to evacuate the building. So I had to come back for a second interview.
That can probably happen more.
Yeah, well, apparently, obviously that gentleman no longer works here. He was let go because of it. He was mishandling, obviously, equipment, and that resulted in a car catching fire.
Yeah, safety's number one.
Oh, yeah. And so as I'm in the interview, the person interviewing me says, hey, RJ, is it okay if you come back tomorrow? I was like, sure. I was like, what's going on? He said, we have to evacuate the building. The shop's on fire. I said, sure, no problem. And I came back in for my second interview the following day, and I got the job. But, yeah, that was a very odd job interview, to say the least. Buildings on fire, holes in walls. I was like, oh, this is going to be a great place to work. And it's something else, I'll tell you that much.
That driving, having people drive their own vehicles in is a problem.
And do you know what else is a problem? You wouldn't think of this until you actually saw it happen, because I've seen it happen twice, is that, we service those big Amazon vans, ProMasters. Some of them the guys use for work, like construction. Mm-hmm. So on the top of their ProMasters, they have their ladders, laid, horizontally,
Yep. We know what ladders are and how they lay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so when somebody One time, somebody pulled into the very first service bay door. Okay, now if you notice above, and you probably wouldn't if I didn't point it out to you, above me, our awning is rounded out like this. It's got a little bit of a curvature. It bulks out. You know, it says Safford. If somebody with ladders on their ProMaster come into that first bay, if you're not careful turning, those ladders are going to scrape the top of that wall, knock all the paint off of it, all the drywall, all of it. And I have seen it happen twice. And funny enough, they were just finished fixing it from one time previous. I mean, it was a day after they were done. Somebody came in, just ripped all that shit right back off. And my general manager was actually standing in the lane when it happened. And I had to walk away because I was going to laugh. And I did.
Sounds amazing.
Dude, I see some crazy shit at my job, dude. Then I saw the chickens. The chicken man. Did I tell you a story about the chicken man?
Don't tell me. Tell them.
So,
because I'm tuning out,
dude. No. Last story. So I have a gentleman that works with me in the evening. He's my late night porter. Okay, He came up to me one day. He had to go pick up a customer, and he said, "Hey, RJ," he said, and he gave me $50.
Can you take those fucking glasses off?
Gave me $50. Yes, because this is worth the story.
Thank you.
He said, it's for the chicken man. And he's older. He's from Laos. You know, his English is good, but, you know, it's a little broken still. Okay. So I'm thinking, what the fuck is he talking? The chicken man. I'm like, what? So I'm thinking somebody that he knows is going to pull in the lane. Granted, this is like 6:30 at night with like some shit from Wegmans.
You think because he's from Laos that he's going to have an actual chicken man bring some chickens and cook them there for you guys?
No. I thought somebody was going to come in like just like pieces of chicken from like a market somewhere, just like that. That's what I'm thinking, like patties. Okay. Carpool. I go out to help a customer. He said, "Hey, I need a hand with something." And I look over and I see a crate. And I'm not paying any attention to it. And I go to the back of this gentleman's pickup truck, the back of the bed, and there's a shitload of chickens in it. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I look at the customer and I recognize this guy because he's a regular customer of ours. And I was like, oh my God, he's the fucking chicken man. He said, yeah, I'm leaving these off for so-and-so. And I was like,
what, the chickens?
Yes, they were live chickens and they were walking around.
And he was leaving them there for someone.
Yes, there were about 4 chickens in a crate outside of my service department. And one of them was actually walking around in the service department. I got off the phone. I stood up.
Are these hens? Because can they lay eggs?
That I didn't ask all that. I just know that it was walking. I got off the phone
because either they're laying eggs or I'm killing them because I'm trying to have some chicken.
And so I believe they were killed eventually. You know, probably the same night, honestly. I got off the phone. I stood up, and there was a chicken just walking around in the service lane, and I was alone. There's nobody around me, and I'm thinking, this is my job. Like, there's a chicken walking around in the service lane.
Cool story, bro.
It was a cool story. It was a great story, and it really happened. And I hope it doesn't happen again. But that is one tale of the service department. That's going to be my new segment, Tales of the Service Department.
I mean, yeah, as long as it's something more interesting than fucking one chicken walking around. I thought chicken was laying eggs or...
No, just the fact that there's just a live chicken in a car dealership is what's bothering me.
Should have had cockfights.
Dude, honestly, at some point, that will probably happen.
They had to be hens. They weren't roosters.
No, that one of them may have been. No, this was a while ago, a couple months ago. I would say maybe in May.
Well, you know what the difference between a rooster and a hen, right?
I guess one lays eggs and one doesn't.
Yeah, male, female.
Female, yeah. I mean, yes.
Circle of life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The circle of life. Dude, if I could, would you ever audition for like an American Idol or something like that? Do you think you can sing?
American Idol?
Or just one of those shows? Would you be the Masked Singer?
No.
Would you be down?
The Masked Singer is like celebrities.
That is true. But we're celebrities.
No, we're not.
One day we will be.
We'll see. If we got to come up with better stories than fucking chickens running around a service.
Dude, there's a chicken in a car dealership. I don't see how it gets any more odd than that.
It's kind of odd.
It's very odd. That's why I told that story.
What is that little face?
What little face? Here, hold on. I've got my chat up.
No, you don't.
I do. It's right here. Oh, my God. I like the last one, though.
That's what I said. What is the little face?
Dude, that looks like a Fortnite character, like with a mustache or something. To me, but it's something game related. But that's what I think it would be from. That was another odd time in my life where there was chickens in the service department. But we will be famous. We'll be rich from this podcast, and we're going to have mountains and mountains of gold.
He already does shoot your shot. Who does shoot your shot?
And that's coming up this week, right?
Yeah, the October 25th. Flyers up. Flyers been out. Please show up. I know you won't, but hey, thanks anyway.
All right. Well, yeah, that's good advertisement.
That's how promos go these days. Just
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't show up. So
If there's advertisement anywhere, it's here.
this goes to us not drinking. By us not being out and drinking and being, I guess, social with people, like I've started to feel like the resentment from people who we're normally drunk around, because I guess they're like, oh, who is this motherfucker think he is?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm
He's like, he can't drink like the rest of us. Like, you know what I mean?
nah. Well, I think if people have that mentality, they have problems.
Well, obviously that's why they're drinking all the time.
It's science, folks.
Jesus
And
Christ.
you're only
It's
gonna
not even
get
science. That's just fucking logic.
logic and science here on the Mad Scientist Live podcast. Get your daily dose every Saturday at 6 p.m. ish. You know, because what is time really? Time is just developed for us to be controlled by.
Somewhat.
I've always wanted-
It is a constraint. It's not real. It is real, but time cannot exist without space.
This is true. But I've always wanted to say that to my boss if I'm late, and I will one day. Then they'll probably tell me to just shut the hell up, which is fine.
What if you tell them time cannot exist?
No,
without
say I'm
space?
late for. So say I'm like 10 minutes late for work or something like that.
That means you didn't have enough space to get from point A to point B on time.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting fired if I use some shit like that.
But it's true.
It is true, but they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear.
Of course not. That's why I won't.
I
go
could
back.
be
That's why I
dying.
will never go back working for a corporation again.
Oh man, dude, it's horrible. Don't do it, folks. Don't do it.
That did it too long. Done working for other people.
It makes me feel like less of a man.
Oh, it should,
Well,
because
thank you,
it's a
Jared.
form of slavery.
Okay, that's a weird word to use.
9 to
Slavery.
5s.
don't.
It's
I
a
am-
form of slavery. It's corporate slavery.
Oh, I thought you said flavery for a second.
Slavery. No,
Oh,
corporate
okay.
slavery. I said.
Yeah.
I never said slavery.
I'm almost positive you said flavery.
I said slavery.
Oh, okay,
motherfucker.
okay. Well,
Get the fucking shit out of your ears.
First of all, I did clean my ears after I showered today. Felt good. Too.
Thanks for the hygiene tip of RJ of the day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, clean your ears, folks. It's good for you. But I was gonna say,
Actually, they say you don't clean your ear. You're not supposed to. You use Q-tips.
yeah, but there's a certain way of using a Q-tip.
Well, please explain.
You're not supposed to just jam it in your ear and swab it around. No, you're not supposed to do it. I don't do that.
So what do you do?
So you gently just you don't put it all the way in, and sorry, and you just do slight circles to get the stuff off your your canal walls. You don't just stick it in there and start. That's how you get Q-tip particles in your ear.
Okay, I guess, but you're not even supposed to put anything near, like, the outside is fine, but like in the orifice, no.
Yeah. Well, I barely go in there if I got like an itch or something.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Time was a fundamental physical quality. Oh, wait, was it? Huh? Measuring the duration of events and the interval between them, it could be seen as part of a fundamental structure of the universe, a dimension in which events happen in sequence. That's the linear side of it. Shove it in deep, RJ, is what he said.
Shove it in deep. All right. And
But
I'm sorry. That was just everything you were saying was just so serious, and then there was like shove it in deep, RJ.
because I'm reading I was catching up on the
chat.
yeah.
I love it.
If you put it in front of you, you'll actually be able to see it.
Oh my god, dude, that's so funny. Let me put LOL so they can see that I'm laughing with them.
I mean, they can see the video and hear you laughing.
I understand that. Shove it in deep.
Oh,
So
Lord.
how is your Ronan Jackson digital persona going, Mr.
It's not a
Smith?
digital persona. First of all, it's
Your
it's a
alter
character.
ego.
No, it's not. It's a character.
All right, it's same thing.
It's like, okay, basically, Ronan Jackson is like Bart Simpson.
Hell yeah.
Huh?
No, I'm saying I agree with you. It's such a
Hell
badass.
yeah! I didn't even finish what I had to say.
Nah, but it's Ronan Jackson. I already know this is going to be badass. Go ahead.
No, he's just a character, and I have a voice that I do. But I was telling you before we started this, I had to get a new computer, because the Red M mod is not working with this computer. It keeps crashing. Like I'll get in, and then as soon as I bought a horse the other day, and they just did a wipe on the server, so everybody's back to ground zero. So now I got to go back in and fucking figure all that shit out. But I got to interact with a couple of people in the short time I was there. I ended up I started in Strawberry, and I went to Saint Denis.
All right.
Saint Denis is fucking busy as fuck, just like in the game. But yeah, I went in there and interacted with a couple of people, but then my shit kept crashing, so I was like, fuck it, let me just go back to online for a minute until I can figure out this shit. So then I was like, man, I just might as well buy a new computer. I found some decent ones for like $2,000. I might just do it in the next couple months, and then fucking that way I can be on there and not have to worry about my shit fucking.
Yeah,
dying
I
every
think
2 seconds.
I think the biggest
What up, Frashy?
I think the biggest fear, I wouldn't even say fear, but one of my biggest things is like kind of like your situation right now. It's like, okay, you get into this gaming stuff, PC wise, stream, and then it's like, oh man, I don't have the right stuff, and do I have to keep upgrading it? I mean, over time,
No, the only reason is not like GTA 5. I could run 5M probably just fine on here. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is such a fucking big game already that like adding the mod to it, basically you're having two pieces of software talk to each other, and one was designed to just be what it is, but the mod is telling it to do something else.
I got you.
So it takes a lot of memory from a bunch of different places to continue that mesh of cohesiveness, I guess.
Cohesiveness.
Yeah.
Word of the day here on the Scientist Lab of Mad Podcasts.
And see, you had a migraine all day. You're just waking up, and guess what you get to wake up to? The greatest podcast that you've ever seen. Hope you feel better there, Frashy.
Yeah, hope you feel better. Yeah,
you could come here and talk shit to RJ, and you'll feel better. Anyway.
That's all right. He was talking shit to me earlier this morning. I was wondering why you left the party, bud. I figured you were, just doing your thing. I hope you feel better too. Don't worry, I'll be on after the show, and we can play some Halo and get some more achievements.
But first, he's gonna go fucking spend some time with his friend. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at the mask. What is that? Wait, what kind of mask is this? It's Jared did the thing. Oh my God! It's got little hands too. I like that.
What thing?
Yeah, it's got hands and it's got the little devil horns. Oh my God! What kind of?
You talking about this thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't realize those were hands at first. I thought they were just little flames.
I didn't either. I saw it earlier.
Yeah. And then Frashy says, I'll be on tonight. Richard, don't drink, Richard. I'm not, Al.
No,
I'm
we're
not.
not. Nobody's drinking.
No, we still got a little bit of time left here.
And and I'm trying to get him not to drink after that too.
I was already thinking about not doing it either.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. Because he said the same thing last year.
Yeah, but then I went to work and I was just like, I need a beer. And then, yeah. That did happen.
We know you are, Epic. We know you are.
I hope the pictures went well today, bud. He doing a big family photo shoot today.
Oh,
a
shit.
big family photo that apparently takes about 7 hours to do.
Oh, yeah. Photographers like to have their extra time to prepare and all that shit. Shout out to Dave Whitted Artistry, by the way.
D-Wit Artistry.
Oh, wait. Whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't fucking care anymore.
No.
I don't even think he watches anymore.
It's okay. It's all right. Still love you, D-Wit. But what I was going to say is that I've been playing a little bit of Fall Guys lately, okay?
Oh, my God.
My new obsession, my new addiction.
Go ahead.
So the other night, there was an event It's called Sweet Thieves, okay? Where I am tasked as a thief to steal pieces of candy, okay? And then there are guardians, 4 guardians to be exact, who are to protect the candy. Now, it's a very easy game mode to get wins in. Something in terms of achievements related, I had to get about 20 wins overall. I was able to obtain this in my session. However, there is an achievement, the hardest one in the game, for winning 5 games in a row. It's a lot harder than you think. But this game mode, this limited time mode, makes it a lot easier. I won 4 games in a row, Jared. 4. I'm on my 5th game. My palms are kind of sweating. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm about to get this bad boy. I'm about to unlock this shit. I was feeling good. I played against the most pro Fall Guys players ever. Because everybody else I played...
First of all,
the dude.
that's an oxymoron.
It's...
Pro Fall Guy players?
Dude, these guys were fucking pro,
Get
dude.
the fuck out of here.
When I say they defended this candy with their life, Jared, their life, they were just standing there like this with their hands out, and they're just standing in circles, just going in circles around the candy, and I couldn't touch it. Oh, my. Let me see. I saw them walking.
Talking about your Fall Guy play.
Dude, I Fall Guy. Dude, they were watching me, too.
He said just like when he first picked you up as a young gamer.
Dude, I'm trying
the
to tell
early
you.
days of carrying you.
Dude, oh my God, the early days of dope. Or should I say Mike Skills 23. That used to be my gamer tag.
Ew.
Dude, that was my gamer tag. I'm not
disgusting.
It was disgusting. And that's when I created the dope persona, and I am like now a living online legend that is bowed and worshipped amongst the internet noobs.
And a dope head.
I am reefer is more of the word I would like to use.
Reefer?
Yeah.
What is this, 1970?
I don't know. Just the word dope can insinuate a lot of things. Reefer, folks. Reefer. Reefer madness. Damn, that's kind of crazy.
That's a cool name. I don't know if they'll let that pass, though.
I actually think it's actually too many characters.
Reefer, wait, what was it?
Reefer madness. Because it used to be 15 characters, but now they cut it down to 12. I don't know why they did that. At least on Xbox. I know other, consoles or PC probably let you get away with more characters, but limited to 12 on Xbox now, I'm pretty certain. I know Epic would know, I think, a little better than me.
Actually, that's a good point.
He's almost done with Game of Thrones. Yes!
No. Wait, you said terrible game?
Yeah, there's a there's a Game of Thrones game he's been playing.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking, I was wondering if anybody has been playing the Lord of the Rings game. Isn't there a Lord of the Rings game?
I know that, I believe one is being developed.
I think it's out already.
Recently, I know there are games.
But maybe it's an old one, but I saw somebody playing it the other day.
I know there are Lord of the Rings games. I don't know how new one would be. When was the last time? I think one of those came, I would say maybe like 7-8 years ago. I can't be. Let's see. We got the Google, the goggle up, the wiki witch of the West. Let's see. 2K 2022. Gollum. Oh.
Yeah. Wait, is that out yet?
I don't know. I don't even know if I've actually ever seen this.
No, well, I don't think this is the one that I saw.
Gollum, a very notable character from the Lord of the Ring franchise.
Initial release date 2020. Unreal Engine 4. So it ain't gonna be nothing crazy. Okay, so maybe this isn't the game that they were playing, but I don't remember what it was now.
Now I know there's It might have
been a mobile game that they were promoting for, because it was on their channel. So it could be a mobile game. They probably make money off of the mobile game.
Was it turn-based?
What?
Like the game itself, was it like a turn-based game, like where you pick your attack and then the other team?
I don't know. I didn't look that deep. I was just wondering if anybody played it.
I see. I was just saying, since you said you saw it, I didn't know what kind of like gameplay. Was that action, hack and slash?
I looked at it briefly, and I was just wondering if anybody saw it, RJ. Jeez Louise.
All right.
So
now we know.
Fucking in-depth about nothing.
Well, I was just asking a question. But now I'm going to talk like Sylvester Stallone the rest of the show.
What if they or if they're not stars, they're just holes in the lid so we can breathe? What in the hell are y'all talking about?
You know, it's crazy. That's kind of crazy way of looking at that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Why? Wait, What is going on today?
It's the booze. It's picture day. You got his picture. He's probably looking at
He
the
must have
sky.
been drinking the whole time they were taking those pictures.
But he was probably looking at the sky like, look at the holes that let us breathe.
Because then somebody else was like, we're talking about Rocky Mountain J. What is Rocky Mountain
Rocky
J?
Mountain J. That's my new alias. Or if so, I would like you to start referring to me in public, Jared, as Rocky Mountain J.
So is this different than Big R?
No, Big R is another character. Rocky Mountain J is the failed pro gamer back for one more ride. Yeah,
You should do some fucking role play, motherfucker. Your guy's name is Rocky Mountain J.
Rocky Mountain J, baby, dude.
Why
I
do they
love
call you Rocky Mountain? Because I'm from the Rocky Mountains.
dude. Yeah, that would be epic. Like everything that is my name makes sense. Like I'm from the Rocky Mountains. My name is RJ. There's the J. The Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountain J makes perfect sense. So in public from now on, I'm going to be addressed as Rocky Mountain J. I'm sorry. Wouldn't it be dope though? Nah, it would be a little weird. Like
What if we just called you Rocky Mountain J?
We have to get it to happen. Rocky Mountain J.
It sounds weird.
It
Because you know what? It sounds too close to Rocky Mountain Oysters.
No. Well, Rocky Mountain. Well, yeah, those are a thing, but I don't want to be associated with oysters. I do not eat them.
Well, then you can't say Rocky Mountain J.
Dude, nah, come on, man.
First of all, you don't know what Rocky Mountain Oysters are.
Yeah, I don't. Now that I think about it.
Jeez Louise. Here, let me look it up for you. Don't say it in the chat. Look, they're laughing already.
Oh man.
No,
wait. All right. I don't know what it is. I think I should know what it is, obviously, but that's okay. But Rocky Mountain J. That's what I'm going to go. When I get my name tatted on my body, which I will.
He's going to get Rocky Mountain Oysters.
No, I'm not. Let me see. Let's take
Look. So, Epic said, I'd pay to see a tattoo of that on your chest.
No, I'm not I will. Rocky Mountain J. That's my name. I'm changing my gamer tag, dude.
Please.
Dude, I don't know if it's going to fit, though.
Let's see. Can y'all
That's
see
what she
that?
said.
I'm sure y'all can see that.
I can't see that, though.
Let me try to make it bigger.
Oh, it came from Canada. Typical. It says the dish is served in parts of Canada, and that's all I can really see. I can't see anything else. Hold on. Let's see. Prairie oysters. Let's see. The dish is served in parts of Canada where cattle ranching is prevalent and
This is up your
castration.
alley, Frashy.
And castration of young male animals is common. Prairie oysters is the preferred name in Canada, where they are served in demi-glace in Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle. They are often called calf fries. In Spain and Argentina, and many parts of Mexico, they are referred to as, I can't pronounce that. Obviously, my Spanish.
One of the alternative names is meatballs.
Meatballs. Jesus fucking Christ.
You still don't know what they are.
I don't. I'm like reading everything. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Wait.
Are they fucking like bull testicles or something, dude? Is that what they are?
What's the main ingredient that it says right there?
I can't main ingredient.
It's on the right side.
Oh my God, they're fucking balls, dude. So I am not going to be referred to as Rocky Mountain J because I do not want to be associated with bull testicles.
Main ingredients: testicles, bull, calf,
Flour,
pepper, and salt.
Okay, can't forget the spices in there, folks. It brings out the flavor.
Look at
in
the
those.
picture below, though.
Jesus Christ, I can't look at it. They're giant calf testicles. So, I will now go.
Those are. That's a calf.
Okay.
Think about a full-grown bull.
No, I don't think we're going to go there. I'm not thinking about a bull's testicles.
No.
From now on, I'm going to be known as Funk Master J. All right.
Let's see what the nutritional benefits of Rocky Mountain Oysters are.
Oh my God, dude. I'm so glad that we looked this up and I wasn't saying it out in public like a jackass, because I would have been like, hey, Rocky Mountain Oysters. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, this guy's talking about balls, animal balls of the animal, the ballsiest of animals. Let's see. Nutrition value. Okay. Let's zoom in on these balls.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'll stop with the balls. It's all good.
No, you won't, because you like them.
I don't. I don't like balls. What about the nutritional value of Rocky Mountain oysters? Pretty good. 3.5 ounces 100 grams of raw hog or bull testicle contain 26 grams of protein, 375 milligrams of cholesterol, and 135 calories, and just 3 grams of fat.
That's a lot of protein.
That's a lot of.
That'd be good for after a workout.
Well,
a good heavy lifting workout. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Perfect for you and your bench over there.
Yeah, so
all 10 pounds of it,
dude. The bench is a monument in time. It really, really is. What I was going to say is there's probably other things to eat after a workout as well. Not Rocky Mountain
protein
Oysters.
shakes because it takes less time for it to get to your fucking blood and shit.
Well, there we go. Something better than balls, which will not be brought up again on this show.
Although he said it 20 times already.
I'm aware. I would say more like 8 or 9, but 20 is fine with me.
Okay, sure.
So I was actually referred to, or my mom actually had a show suggestion for me. She said, "Hey, RJ, you should watch this." And I was like, you know what? Sure, no problem, Mom. So I started watching this show called The Watcher.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to block that freshie. I hit the wrong button.
And this show, apparently, I was about halfway through it before I realized, or before it was told to me, that this is an actual true story. So this family moves into this house, okay, somewhere up north. I think it's in Delaware, or just somewhere up north. And when they move in, they get a letter in the mail from somebody called The Watcher, who has been watching the house for over 2 decades, and every family that's lived in it.
What the fuck?
And then that their lives are going to become a nightmare. Okay, this is based on a true story. Okay, and I started watching it, and obviously creepy things start happening around the house. They're hearing noises. There was somebody in the house. They have the security camera set up, but nobody's going into the house, but somebody's in the house. And this whole tale unfolds throughout the course of this 7-episode show, and that the whole town is aware that the people that lived there before it, the guy went crazy and murdered his family, but he like still lives in the house. And it's just it's really hard for me to explain because I don't want to give anything really away. In terms of just spoilers, or if there are spoilers, since it's based on a true story. But it was really cool. It was pretty interesting. Obviously, there's the ending, and that's up for interpretation and whatever the case may be. But it was kind of creepy, Jared. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was kind of like creeped out by some of the just the way it was. And then people were getting notes and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so you just ruined it for a bunch of people.
No. I didn't ruin it. Everything I said is normal baseline information for the show.
Oh, we're dropping frames.
We're dropping frames.
Yeah.
No, not the dreaded frame rate drop. 60 frames per second, damn it.
Too many. Pause that. That's part of what you're using up bandwidth.
Possibly. Here, let me pause that. We'll put that right over there. No, but it was a pretty cool show. I know it's not up your alley, but for anybody out there who hasn't seen it yet, because a couple people were talking about it, and it's not often that I will listen to my mother when it comes to TV show suggestions, because she watches Lifetime and all sorts of just nonsense. But it was fairly entertaining, and I just thought it was interesting.
What is it called again?
It's called The Watcher.
Oh, I probably won't watch it. What is this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I won't watch it.
No,
I watched what the fuck did I watch last night? I think I fell asleep while I was watching it. It was some movie called Blocked. I think it was Blocked or Blackout. And it was this guy. Yeah, I didn't finish. I had to finish the movie. I fell asleep. But like he wakes up out of like a coma or something. And he lost his memory, and then he goes on this fucking crazy adventure. It's in the top 10 right now. So
okay, it'll give me some
blacked out or some shit. Anyway,
what I actually started watching last night, not to cut you off, but I did fall asleep because it was kind of late. It's on HBO Max's Pennyworth, that show about Alfred before he became Thomas and Martha Wayne's butler.
Where is this?
It's on HBO Max.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's new, so I think there's maybe only 2 episodes, but I started watching it. It takes place, I think, in the early 40s. If I'm not mistaken, kind of when World War II, just like that time period. and I watched about maybe 15 minutes of it, and I was pretty intrigued by it, but I did fall asleep, so I'm going to start that over because Alfred's cool. I mean, do you know anybody that doesn't like Alfred? Doesn't not like Alfred?
It depends, because Alfred's changed over the years. I think the one I liked the most was the one that was on Gotham.
Yeah, he was dope.
Because he was actually, he was an actual fighter. Like, he was in British military and all that shit. Like, British take fucking war, real. Like, if you look at any of their history of their shit, I mean, they fucking took over a lot of shit, but that was, a big part of, being a man in Britain is fucking, what wars and decorations have you had?
Yeah.
That type of shit, so.
Well, the show, again, does take place in that time period, and it does, from the previews, I didn't see it yet in the show, but Alfred, fighting and kicking ass and, that kind of thing. So I'm intrigued hopefully the show is good. I'm hoping
because there's
it's
no
good.
way that Bruce, just by going to one fucking place to learn how to be a ninja, that's some shit you have to be fighting your whole entire life. So for Alfred to raise him, he had to been teaching him something before he even got picked up by Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, so I agree with, since he did raise Bruce.
Nerd alert.
Yeah, hey, if you don't know, then now you do. So, but I'm very intrigued. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. I don't know how new it is or anything like that, but anything Batman is always, for the most part, a positive.
Let me ask you a question. Isn't Ra's al Ghul also in Marvel?
Not to my knowledge.
What show was I watching? No, that was DC. It was Arrow.
Oh yeah, Arrow. Okay,
Yeah, that's for some reason I was mixing that up with Daredevil somehow. I guess because the DC shows cross over a lot, so it's hard to keep up with what characters wear. And shit.
Yeah, no. But what I was gonna say is that again, anything Batman is cool with me, man. Always good with me. So I'll check that out, and I'll let you guys know next week exactly where my head is with it. And then I will be playing the Modern Warfare 2 campaign next Friday after work. Hey, yay! Very excited.
Why so far away?
I didn't pre-order it.
Let me just pre-order it now.
I could do that.
Yeah, why wait fucking a week?
Well, I think
it's not going to be any cheaper.
This is true. This is true. I also get paid next Friday, so I was waiting for a check. Because I just bought Borderlands. I'm playing a few games at the moment, so I just don't want to overload my palette. That's all. My gaming palette.
Freshie says he loves you.
I love you too, Al. I love you too. And it's not a problem at all. That's what bros are for. That's why we're going to unlock all 700 achievements in the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, God.
Which is, just the thought of it is making me nauseous. But
it's making me nauseous, and probably all the other viewers who don't care about your achievements.
I only have 60 left. I have 640.
Only. He says only, guys. Only.
It did take some time to acquire.
Achievements take fucking 5 fucking years to fucking complete.
Depends on what game you're playing.
Gears 5, when does that come up?
Oh, no, Gears 5 is out. Oh, Frashy, we're not completing that game. That's not happening. You want to talk about a game that'll suck your life away?
I will not, and we will not.
Yeah.
What's the next game that I actually want to play that's coming out? Because I'm Modern Warfare, I've done the things now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with this. Be gone, you.
I've done the fucking beta. The actual multiplayer is not going to be much different. They're going to be different maps. I'll give you that. But they're not going to be much different and as far as mechanics and shit like that.
Well,
than what we all saw in the open beta.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to playing it for at least a little bit, simply because I haven't had a real COD fix in a while, so I'm going to play it for a little bit. And
I downloaded the add-on content for Warzone 2.0.
Nice.
I'm not going to play that.
Dude,
I told you how I feel about Battle Royales, and I still feel the same. Although there are some cool different features that they've added that I saw somebody broke it down. I think there's going to be 3 different zones that collide into one. You know how you have the gas? There's going to be 3 different places of shit.
Okay.
Then they're going to end up going into one. Then there was something else, and I can't remember what it was now.
I haven't really followed much news on that game in a long time, dude.
Well, it's on TikTok, and Call of Duty has a TikTok page, and so I was getting all the behind the scenes. I sent you a couple.
Yeah,
I was getting all the behind the scenes stuff on like one of them was how they got the sounds. for the guns and the explosions and everything, they actually had a team go out, shoot these guns, and fucking record the shit in different scenarios and they have the explosions and they record the explosions. So all the sounds that you hear are real life sounds from the actual guns.
Yeah. No, I mean, Infinity Ward, again, they're the best at making these games.
I don't think they've done that before, though.
Well, I know for certain things and certain effects, I know they have, but going like all out, maybe this is the first time they've, maybe they have the proper equipment and tools to do so, as opposed to, 10, 15 years ago when.
Well, yeah, I guess. There was something else that was, when they picked, it was choosing the characters. How they did all the motion capture. Like, I'm telling you, that's one thing I didn't. I wanted to say when you asked me about, but I forgot. The cinematic scenes, to me, look more real than any game that I've seen in recent years.
That I can see that happening.
There's times where there was times during that shit when I was like, wait, is that a real actor? Like, it's going to throw you off. It's going to throw you for a loop. And there are some people, like, there's a guy who plays a general. I've seen him in other shows. Like, you'll probably recognize him, too.
Okay.
I've seen him in other shows. And then one of the guys, he kind of looks like Lewis Hamilton. I looked it up. Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One driver, for those who don't know. He looks like him, and he kind of sounds like him. But they say although officially he's not a part of the game, he does look a lot like Lewis Hamilton.
Hey, maybe draw your inspiration from somewhere. That's always. Well,
but I've seen him in suits, like pictures of him in suits, motion capture suits. So I don't know if it was for that or maybe it was for an F1 game. I don't know.
Very interesting stuff. But I am looking forward to it. But again, I think the big reason I didn't just pre-purchase it is just because. One, there's a week. It's like, okay, I'm finishing up what I'm playing. So
you could have got the Vault package and got all the guns and everything. I didn't get the Vault package, but
isn't that like $100 though?
No,
okay,
$10 more.
Okay, I was gonna say because I don't spend $100 on shit.
No, it was just all it is it's all the unlocks, all the attachments for every gun. You just get that automatically.
Oh,
because the way it is now in multiplayer, you're gonna have to level up to get all the attachments.
Yeah, level up your weapon, get new stuff.
But the thing about it is this time the Gunsmith 2.0 is not like you get one weapon and you get that's the weapon that you have. Like there's different tiers of weapons. So you have the SMGs, the LMGs, and so on and so forth, sniper and all that.
All right.
So you get that platform. After you get that platform, what you're ranking up for is the attachments for that platform. Now that platform could have different receivers, different. I think I kind of said some.
Yeah,
of this
when the beta initially came out.
But this is just a little deeper detail to it. So you're basically branching off into the same platform, but you can add different calibers of bullets because off of the same platform. So you're not having to go find a different weapon every time. You're using the same weapon, but just adding different parts to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Okay.
So once I officially start tinkering with it, I'm gonna have fun with it because
it's fun. I'm having fun, but like I said, when you get this shit early, like it's like you've had your fun already. By the time everybody else is on it, like you're this is my first time playing some shit early.
Yeah.
So
you know what's funny? You say that. Now that I think about it, I think another reason I didn't pre-order it early is because I enjoy that game launch day feel. Like I know
it doesn't matter. It's different now because they have to beta test something like that because they don't want their servers to crash. So they're trying to make sure.
Well, when it comes to multiplayer,
yeah. The launch thing is not a big deal. It's like I prefer to have the access to shit that other people don't have. That way, I can produce content.
Yeah, well, in that aspect, yeah. But I think for me, it's like, campaign multiplayer. It's like, this is launch day. You know, that's when everybody runs home from school or what. You know what I mean?
And that's when everything fucking crashes. I'd rather do it early than
But that's a part of the fun.
Nah, fuck that. I'm not dealing with fucking
I remember when Black Ops 1 came out, and we were all pumped for it, and we all ran out and got it, came home, we all booted it up.
And the server fucking crashed.
They were like that for a few hours, yeah. But once we finally were consistently able to get into games, because, we had the group of 6 and, all that stuff.
Yeah, you and everybody else in a group of 6 was fucking trying to log on.
Oh, yeah, man. Good times. I miss
fucking
times like that.
DDSO attacks. But, they have different technology now where they can they load balancers and they can send traffic to one server and send other traffic to a different server just for speed purposes. And they don't have to worry about the load be on the server being too much.
Yeah, but again, the beta testing for multiplayer, especially for AAA games like COD or Halo or whatever it may be, I'm all for like the open beta so they can get that stuff squared away. But if I know the game is done, it's like, oh, you can play it a week early. This and that. It's just like I don't know. Like I think it kind of ruins the launch day feel for me.
What are you and your fucking fanfare. Everything's about fanfare for you.
Of course.
It's fucking stupid.
It's not stupid.
Fanfare is boring and annoying.
Ah.
I don't like being doing the same thing everybody else is doing.
Oh, that's when you get into the lobby and you crush all of them and they realize that you are God. That's what happens.
Well, they're
not doing that. They're
actually,
not getting.
I agree with that, Freshy. He's been the worst of mine as well.
What is this weirdo saying? Oh, I
Nothing.
paused my strap.
It's time for us to go.
It's time for us to go. Go. And we will go. We will go. 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 So,
we will go to the well.
Well, to the well we go. So, thank you for listening to episode 152. This is episode 53, isn't it?
I bury gods.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to this iteration of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. Numerical order is currently under construction. We will see you guys next week, all right, at 6 p.m.-ish, here on Twitch.
What the fuck is this? So,
as always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy. I know you guys know me, along with Jared, the visual Mad Scientist, and you know him as well.
Hey, hold up. Before we stop. Put a 1 in the chat if you are tired of RJ doing the same intro, outro every week. I'll wait.
I'm going to wear a mask next week, folks, and you're not going to know it's me.
No, I want to see what. Or 2 if you like it. 1 if you don't like it. 2 if you like it.
You're asking the worst people on earth right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. These
are our only viewers, so relax.
Well, they're also my worst enemies.
No,
they are. Berarded. So we're waiting.
I guess we're not getting either one,
huh? We're not getting 1s or 2s?
No.
Could we get a 3?
Oh, we got a 1. We got a 1-1. Oh, yeah.
Right.
So you got to fucking change it up, buddy.
Well, you fucking tards. So let me tell you this.
And I'm going to tell you guys this. Oh, see, we got 2. Oh, shit. Gamer Ghost Chip says 1 and 3 because I'm indifferent. Okay.
Oh.
Good to go. What else I was going to say?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Is that better?
I was going to say something. Now I forgot what it was. I don't know. Anyway. No. Here's a secret. I've when you have been doing it, I've been cutting it out and I just cut straight into the talking.
Because Jared, folks, is what we like to call in this day and age a hater.
No, I was not being a hater.
So with that being said.
First of all, I'm not being a hater. All I'm doing is fucking cutting to the chase because sometimes people might click off like, oh my God, can we just get to the fucking shit?
Goodbye, everybody. You'll see us next week on the very spooky edition of the Mad Scientist Lab. A spooky edition of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
We should do costumes. We might do costumes.
Well, there's a costume party next week.
I'm not going to that dumb shit.
Why not? You don't want to get weird?
No.
It's like, no.
Anyway, we might do. Actually, we should do costumes because it's live. We should do costumes.
Yeah, we're gonna do costumes. So prepare for a spooky.
I don't know what
edition
the fuck I'm gonna wear, but okay.
Of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
Yeah. Okay. See you guys
I'm gonna
next
hit
week.
you
Bye.
so hard you won't see
Bye.
nothing
Bye.
ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you